Marcus, your 51st Premier League goal for Manchester United, but as important as any of the others, many of the others?
Yeah, it's a deciding goal, and probably not the most beautiful goal, but you know, we'll take what we can get, and we take the 3 points and move on. And today was tough game, and you know, we expected a tough game, but you know, at the end of the day, we managed to get over the line.
Talk us through the goal, because when you cut inside, there wasn't a great deal on.
No, but the fullback, I think he got cramp a few minutes before, so I just had in my head that next time I get the ball, I'm going to try and go at him and make him chop and turn, and just see if I can make something happen. And you know, thankfully in the end we got a deflection and it went in.
The Wolves have been hard for you to beat. You haven't managed in the Premier League until now. So what does this say about you when you didn't play?
And it went in.
The Wolves have been hard for you to beat. You haven't managed in the Premier League until now. So what does this say about you when you didn't play as well as you wanted to, clearly, but you've got the result?
Yeah, it means a lot. You know, we're obviously a little bit disappointed that we, like you said, we didn't play as well as we wanted to, or as we could have. But at the end of the day, it's 3 points, and no matter how scrappy and how tough they are, we'll take them as they come.
And how important, you look at the table now, United second, 2 points behind Liverpool, played the same amount of games. How important might that result be, that goal be now?
I think for us, we can't look too far ahead. I think, you know, like you said, we're a team that's still doing a lot of work on ourselves, and to be, you know, looking at the table and so early on in the season is a bit stupid of us. But you know, we have to take it one game at a time, and if we can keep finding ways to win like this, then we'll see where we are come the end of the season.
You found a way to win tonight, all right. Thank you, well done.
Thank you.
It's turned out to be quite a special 2020 for Marcus Rashford, off the pitch and on it as well, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, off the pitch he's been sensational. We've mentioned it lots of times. You know, he's really been a shining light for the game, not just for himself or Manchester United. So, full credit to him. On the pitch, he's getting better and better, scoring plenty of goals now. I still think he's a wide player that's better sort of chipping in with goals and contributing to a performance as opposed to being the main centre forward. But no, he's grown into a super player, super human being as well.
And how much credit does he deserve? The fact that those around him were tiring, and we'll talk about the Wolves defender as well in a second, but he carried on going, right to the last whistle.
Look, he's such a generous boy when it comes to his work rate and his willingness to run and to keep going. He's he's so honest like that. And as soon as the ball was lost, as soon as United won possession, he come alive. He saw something that others perhaps weren't quick enough to react to. And from where he picked the ball up, there was nothing really that dangerous. Then all of a sudden it's in the back of the net.
He talked about Nouri, almost on his haunches, the wing-back. But boy, did he make him pay for it, Michael.
He did, yeah. He mentioned the cramp to the full-back in that interview there. We're thinking here, Andy, that Hoover needs to just chip it long and get Traore chasing it down, but playing this ball basically surrenders possession. And you just look at the top of your screen. Ain't Nouri, the left-back, sat there nursing cramp. Now, it's not for me, that. It's not for me. You know, eventually when there's danger, he stands up and he chases back. So if you're OK to do that then you're OK to do that now. And we're seeing this too much in football, actually. And it's because of that, the contributing factor, Andy, I feel, towards the goal.
Absolutely right. It's because there was a gap there. Rashford runs into it. United just chip the ball over the top. And he's allowed to chop back inside on his left foot. So again, from this angle, you can see now, when Rashford picks this ball up, don't let him come back inside. Keep him there, make him go to the byline and cross it. They allow him to come back inside. And look, it's a horrible deflection off Saiss, but once he's allowed to come back inside, Michael, he knows he might be in business.
He does, yeah. I mean, I go back to the source, Andy, if I'm honest. I just can't have my full-back. If I've got a defender and I'm a manager and he's lying on the floor, and we saw it with Christensen against Aston Villa. You know, he has a little tackle. If he stands, if he gets back into position, all this lying around, faking injury or whatever, because you've just seen he's stood up and he's ran back and he's got history and gets back into position. All this lying around, faking injury or whatever, because you've just seen he's stood up and he's ran back and he's got history, Andy, as well. I'm sure he did it. Yeah, he did it against Southampton a while ago. And I mean, Well, here we have it. Look at this. I mean, absolutely nothing wrong. Rolling on the floor, stays down, and where does the goal end up? Or the problem area is in the left-back area. Look, the ball comes out. There's no left-back now, so the ball gets chipped where he would have been, and all of a sudden, if he had been there, there wouldn't have been any goal. Bang, important goal, 1-0 to Southampton. It's unacceptable, honestly. If I was a manager, I would... Well, that's why I couldn't be a manager. I could accept it if it was my centre-forward.
Yeah.
You know, that... Not my centre-half, not my left-back. They have... In the last minute, come on, we're going to get a point at Old Trafford.
All right, just to play devil's advocate, he did go off a couple of times with a couple of niggling injuries.
He fell on the point of his shoulder a bit. He was in a bit of pain.
So
but...
was he maybe struggling to finish until the whistle? I suppose by the way he came back... Yeah, you're right. By the way he came back... And in some ways, do you think he overcompensated going goal side of Marcus?
Again, he sort of runs back. You'll see him. He drifts back. And so he gets himself off the floor. I mean, Mo's absolutely right. Get back up on your feet now. You'll see him. He drifts back. And so he gets himself off the floor. I mean, Mo's absolutely right. Get back up on your feet now. He sees Rashford moving. He thinks, oh, I better get on my feet. I better get going. So he now runs back. Keep him closer to the byline. But he wants effectively now to pass him on to somebody else.
Yeah.
And I know he's shattered. The boy is absolutely out on his feet, but he's limping a bit. Now he decides, oh, I better get going. Now keep him going towards the byline. Don't let him come back on his left foot.
Look at the bottom of the screen. 90 minutes plus 3.
Yeah.
I mean, Andy, I've played with players that have had a broken leg and tried to and still run back. Honestly, I have. I know I have. And it's funny in here. But imagine being the manager. You've got a point at Old Trafford.
Do you know, his 2 wing-backs tonight, and they're both talented boys. He's got Hoover there, last 30 seconds on the clock. Chip it in behind. We've got Adama Traore who'll go after that.
Yeah.
Just clip it in behind him. And then on the other side, he's got the other young man on the floor. Feels shattered, doesn't feel like it can go on. Then after that, just clip it in behind him. And then on the other side, he's got the other young man on the floor. Feels shattered, doesn't feel like it can go on. Then all of a sudden gets back up on his feet and it's all too late. It's all too late.
But, you know, as a striker, you've got to be merciless. And you've got to make them pay for that.
Definitely. And we heard what Marcus Rashford said. He smelt blood, didn't he? He said it. He felt that the full-back was getting cramp. So I thought, next time I get it, I'm going to run at him. And that's exactly what you do. You prey on the weak. Yeah. That's what centre-forwards do. That's what you've got to do. So, absolutely brilliant from Marcus Rashford. And from Manchester United's point of view, it's a real game changer. But as I say, if I was a Wolves manager, I'd be absolutely livid.
Up until that point, it was a contest that I think, admittedly, wouldn't have lived long in the memory.
No.
But they're now second in the table, United, behind their arch-rivals Liverpool. What does that mean to them going into 2021?
Well, I think that it says that this league is very unpredictable and that with their squad and the quality that they've got, the run that they're on, United are a confidence team. They're a confidence team. And when they get confident, they didn't play great tonight, but they'll feel great about this victory tomorrow morning. They'll feel great about it when they see themselves second and they're on a good run. They're in a good moment. And you wouldn't want to play them. You wouldn't want to catch them when they're right, Michael, would you?
No, and you said something earlier in the show about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer being a confidence manager as well. And that resonated with me because I think it's exactly right. How many times under his reign have you seen Manchester United doing well? All of a sudden, a couple of bad results, what do? Boom, they revert back to type and they sit back and they counter-attack. And that's what they've done. That's what they did a couple of seasons ago and last season as well against Manchester City. Look at the record against Man City. They beat them most times because they play in a certain way. Now, I think to be a title winner, you've got to have much more rounded. You've got to have all the different weapons in your arsenal. And at the minute, I just don't think Manchester United are good enough with the ball and taking the game. We saw again tonight. It's not really. They should be having all the possession, loads of chances. They don't create anything really. No. And I think that when Man United are hot and when the manager's confident and when they're going at teams, they can actually. I mean, the last game against Leeds, they're absolutely brilliant. Yes, Leeds played it into their hands, but they can do it. They've got the players to do it. I just think in certain situations they need to be better and a bit braver.